Hello, and welcome to the Encompass Medical Management instructional series on using the EMM telehealth system. This video will cover adding a new session provider into the telehealth system. By the end of this video, you should understand the steps necessary to log in as an EAP administrator and add a new provider to the list of providers allowed by your organization. As an EAP administrator on the EMM telehealth system, you will be provided a URL, login, and credentials that will be for your specific use. For the purposes of this video, we will be using the EMM telehealth demo site. Let's begin by logging into the EAP URL with the credentials supplied to you by EMM. We are now looking at the EAP interface. Start by clicking on the Manage Providers and Payers link in the upper right area of the blue link bar of the interface. This will take us to a new page where we can now see three tabs labeled Categories, Payers, and Providers. We are now looking at a list of providers currently being used on the EMM demo. When you are logged into the actual telehealth system, you will of course see the list of providers particular to your organization. If the provider that you wish to add does not already appear in the list, click on the Add New Provider button. This gives us a pop-up where we can now add the new provider into the telehealth system. For this video, we will list this provider as James Wilson. You will now fill in the rest of the fields with information obtained from the provider that you are entering into the system, including their national provider identifier, license number, address, and phone number. Keep in mind that the last two fields, email and password, will be this provider's credentials that he or she will use to log into the telehealth system to schedule sessions, review billing, and also to host remote appointments with patients. The Active checkbox allows you to remove or allow active status for a provider without deleting the provider from your provider list. We will leave this new provider active for now. Once you have filled in all the fields, click on the Update button. The new provider now appears in the category list. Before the new provider can be assigned to specific patient referrals, their HIPAA documents must first be uploaded into the system so that the patient may read and approve them before the first session. The provider must also be associated with at least one payer, LOB, and billing rate in the system before referrals can be given and sessions scheduled. Let's look at these tasks next. HIPAA documents may be uploaded by the provider themselves through the provider interface, or you may enter them as the EAP administrator. To enter HIPAA documents for the provider yourself, click on the Manage Documents button in that provider's data line. This will open a pop-up that will allow us to upload the relevant HIPAA document into the telehealth system. Click on the Add New Document button to begin. Now select the type of HIPAA document you are uploading using the drop-down menu under the Doc Type heading. We will select Privacy. Click on the Select Files button under the File Name heading to navigate to a location on your computer where the document is located. Double-click on the file, and it will automatically be uploaded into the EMM telehealth system. This document will now be available to be read and accepted by the provider's patients through the telehealth interface before the first video conferencing session. Keep in mind that uploading the same type of HIPAA document will replace the existing one in the system for this provider. You may now upload further document types or close this dialog. Now let's associate the provider with a payer, LOB, and billing rate so that they may be assigned to patient referrals in the system. Click on the small arrow to the left of the provider's NPI. This will open the Provider Association window. Now click on the Add New Record button. This will open a pop-up that will allow us to add a new association record for this provider. Select a payer among the list of payers that your organization has on record in the telehealth system from the payer dropdown. For this video, we will choose Aetna. Fill in the next 3 fields with information provided by this payer regarding this provider. We will leave these blank for this demo. Now select from the category dropdown the type of session services that this provider will be giving. For this demo, we will choose Speech and Hearing. Next, select from the LOB dropdown the line of business that this provider is associated with. For this demo, we will choose WISD. Now enter the rate charged by the provider for sessions. This is usually a per hour rate. We will enter $120. Next, enter the patient copay. We will enter $20. If the provider is to give sessions in multiple categories, or for multiple lines of business or multiple payers, then another association record must be created for each variance. The Active checkbox allows us to remove or allow active status for this association without deleting the association from the provider's list. We will leave this new association active for now. Click on the Update button, and this association record now appears under this provider's data line in the telehealth system. This provider now has the data needed in the telehealth system to be assigned referrals, schedule appointments, and begin holding remote sessions. You may now enter other providers into the system, upload other HIPAA documents, enter new association records for existing providers, return to the main page by clicking on the EAP referrals text, or sign out of the telehealth system. This concludes this instructional video. Thank you for using the EMM instructional video series for the Encompass Telehealth System. Further instructional videos can be found on the EMM YouTube channel.